Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet is looking pretty good, and you can say that Naughty Dog has yet another hit on their hands. All the folks online talking about woke this and woke that need to just chill out and just wait for the game to release in a couple of years. The same thing was thrown around when The Last of Us Part 2 was released, and that game was a huge seller as well as being one of the most awarded games in history. So don't be fooled by what you might perceive as an underlying agenda based solely on the ethnicity or the gender of the main character. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about the content and if there's substance there in the game. The Naughty Dog has done a great job with their previous narrative endeavors, and Intergalactic looks like it might be one that's also on par with what we've witnessed and seen play out in the Last of Us games. Boy, I mean, I'll tell you guys right now, like, I bet when HBO saw that trailer for Intergalactic that they were probably just foaming at the mouth just thinking about a live action adaptation and how much money they could possibly make from it. Like, I'm talking about Mr. Krabs stacks of money. But anyway, the reason why I'm excited for this particular game and why I think gamers should be excited for it is that it really seems like we'll be getting yet another multi-layered deep story from Naughty Dog that'll likely be filled with tons of twists and turns. Now, there already seems to be some from what I've noticed in the almost 4-minute long trailer reveal. Like, first off, we have our main protag portrayed by Tati Gabrielle, who apparently was part of an intergalactic criminal organization known as the Five Aces, who seemingly disbanded for some reason that we don't know just yet. And the main character, Jordan, who was also part of the Five Aces, is now trying to claim a bounty on another former Five Aces member played by Kumail Nanjiani. He's apparently on a planet that no one has been able to leave its orbit in over 600 years. There's going to be, some fictitious religious elements as well sprinkled in, hence the name Heretic Prophet. So, I don't know, I'd be curious to know who that prophet is. I don't know, maybe it's Kumail's character. Who knows? This game has the makings to be quite the emotional, character-driven narrative, and I just really want everyone online to just wait to see what Naughty Dog is cooking up. Don't start making assumptions talking about, this game looks woke because it's a bald female protagonist. Come on, guys. Y'all, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all played The Last of Us Part 2 and y'all had things to say about that one. Talking about self-insert characters, talking about like the female leads and what they preferred as far as like their sexual preference is concerned. Don't judge the book by its cover though, guys. It was a great game and it sold well. They remade it, they remastered it, they remastered all the Last of Us. I don't know why though. Why did we need so many remasters of The Last of Us? That part kind of annoyed me. I know it was a great, successful game. Even back when it was released back in 2013, it was a very successful game, but I don't think we really needed a remaster, needed a remake. I know I didn't. But that just speaks to the success of that particular franchise. And you can tell that Neil Druckmann and his team, they really put in hard work to really make sure that their narrative-driven games are meaningful. And so I think people just talking about how it seems like there might be an agenda, like there might be a woke agenda. I think people are just making assumptions based upon, preconceived notions, I would say. But let's just look at the game for what it is, a video game. That's what we should be doing, right? Remember back in the day, probably before we even existed, back in the 80s, back in the 70s, I would even say back in the 90s, where we just played games because they were fun. I want to go back to a day where that's why we played games. And I think those days are still ahead of us. But I just hate that people online are just really concocting these narratives that really aren't there, to the point where Naughty Dog has to turn off the comment section because people are just blasting it and just being overly negative in the comment section. Come on, guys, let's just ease up. Let's just wait for the game to come out. All right, there's gonna be something there of substance that we all will enjoy. Don't look at this as previous games that probably let us all down because people had preconceived notions of woke agendas. This game is not what some people might call, and what I've been seeing online, Concord 2. I'm pretty sure it is not. Concord had lots of other issues that were wrong with that particular game that saw to it being pulled off shelves almost immediately. didn't even last a month. One of the main reasons was because there just wasn't really a narrative that was played out there. If they had a single player narrative that we could play, maybe we would have gotten to know and possibly even love those characters. Although I don't know how I would ever love a yellow trash can. That robotic trash can. What was that? Like, what were you? I don't even know what that was, seriously. But I just don't want people to, overanalyze what we saw unless, you're overanalyzing it, just trying to break it down and see what it's all about. Don't try to read too much into it, at least at this point in time. Because the thing is, all we've gotten so far is we've gotten a description and we've gotten the trailer reveal. Let's just ease up and wait for more information as the months or maybe years continue to come, so that we can see what there is going on underneath the hood of Intergalactic. I really want to know, speaking of hoods, I want to know what's going on underneath the hood of that Porsche spaceship. Like, seriously, that was dope. Also, the product placement, what was teased in that trailer leads me to believe that there are probably going to be lots of product placements happening in this particular video game. I mean, we got Adidas, we got Porsche, we got Sony. So we're probably, there's major bucks behind this game. And honestly, I'm here for it. Product placements in games, it happens in movies. Why not in video games? But I just really hope everyone just holds their horses. We're probably going to get more information next year on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. And I'm here for it because I love the aesthetic of the 80s. I mean, that's why you see I'm in this room right now. That's why there's a reason why, the way that it's being shot, because retro wave is in these days, y'all. And I am here for it. And hopefully y'all will be too. But I know a lot of people have a lot of comments about Intergalactic off top. And since they already closed the comment section on the trailer, feel free, love it or hate it, to drop your comments down below. I would love for us to have a very healthy discussion on your perception of this game. Do you think this is just a bunch of woke mumbo jumbo, or do you think there's actually something of substance here? Sound off in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, well, let me know. Let me know. And also y'all might want to subscribe if you really want to see more videos like this, because I have a lot more planned, a lot more in-depth analysis that I plan on doing, not only on this particular video game, but on various other video games. That's what you get here on the Geek Heavy channel. So until next time, well, take care. I'm gonna watch some TV now.
It's TV.
Yeah.